Let's be honest, most Americans think budgeting is complicated, time-consuming, or even restrictive. But here's the truth, budgeting is freedom. It's the difference between living paycheck to paycheck and having control over your life. And in 2025, with inflation creeping up and costs fluctuating faster than ever, learning smart budgeting hacks isn't optional. It's essential. The first hack is automating your savings and bills. This is about creating systems that work for you, not against you. Imagine never having to worry about late fees, overdraft charges, or forgetting to save. Set up automatic transfers to a savings account or investment account every time you get paid. Even $50 a week adds up faster than you think. Automating your bills ensures your essentials, rent, utilities, subscriptions are always covered. Freeing your mind and preventing those tiny financial stressors from building up. Over time, this approach compounds not only your money, but also your peace of mind. Hack number 2 is tracking every dollar you spend. This may sound tedious, but it's the single most powerful tool for awareness. If you don't know where your money is going, how can you ever control it? Use apps, spreadsheets, or even a simple notebook. List every subscription, every small purchase, every night out. Within a month, patterns emerge. Maybe you're spending $300 a month on coffee or $150 on apps you don't use. Awareness allows you to make intentional choices instead of mindlessly handing your money away. The third hack is the $50, $30, 20 rule, a simple yet effective framework for managing your money. Allocate 50% of your income to necessities, rent, groceries, utilities. Dedicate 30% to wants, dining out, streaming, hobbies, and commit 20% to savings and debt repayment. This rule gives you flexibility without sacrificing discipline. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution, but it's a starting point that helps you prioritize. And as your income grows, so does the amount you're saving without feeling deprived. Hack number 4 is leveraging cash back rewards and discounts. If you're spending money anyway, why not get a return on it? Credit cards with rewards, loyalty programs, and even cashback apps can turn ordinary spending into savings. But here's the key, don't spend more just to earn rewards. Be strategic. Use them to offset expenses you already have, like groceries or gas. Over time, these small wins add up, giving you extra money to save or invest. The fifth hack is cutting recurring expenses ruthlessly. Subscriptions are sneaky. Netflix, Spotify, gym memberships, apps you barely use. Audit these monthly and cancel what isn't essential. Even the $20 here and there adds up to hundreds a year. This isn't about depriving yourself. It's about conscious spending. Every dollar you free up can go toward your goals instead of vanishing into unnoticed monthly charges. Hack 6, embrace side income to boost your budget. In 2025, relying on a single income stream isn't enough for many Americans. Freelancing, tutoring, selling unused items, or even investing in dividend-paying assets can create extra cash flow. Even a few $100s a month from side hustles accelerates your ability to save, pay off debt, or invest. Think of it as leverage. More income means more freedom, and more freedom means better financial decisions. Finally, the 7th hack is reviewing and adjusting your budget monthly. Life changes, income, bills, priorities. If your budget is static, it will fail. At the end of each month, review your spending, savings, and goals. Celebrate wins, adjust overspending, and fine-tune your strategy. Budgeting isn't a punishment. It's a living system that evolves with you. So here's the takeaway. Budgeting isn't about restriction, investment. It's about control. These 7 hacks: automation, tracking, 50 every 30 or 20 allocation, leveraging rewards, cutting recurring costs, boosting income, and monthly reviews aren't just tips, they're life-changing strategies. Apply them consistently in 2025, and you'll not only save more, but also take charge of your financial future, stress less, and start building wealth that lasts. Remember, financial freedom isn't about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep control and grow. Start today. Automate, track, cut, save, and watch the good investment, and watch the difference by next year. Your future self will thank you. Most people underestimate the power of automation when it comes to managing money. The truth is, your habits around money determine your financial future far more than any one time decision or big move ever will. Automation is the secret weapon of financially successful people. That makes a good investment, and it's not complicated. It's about designing a system that works for you, even when you don't think about it. Let's start with savings. One of the biggest challenges Americans face is the temptation to spend what's in their checking account. Paychecks come in, bills get paid, and suddenly there's extra money. sitting there, waiting to be spent on whatever feels good in the moment, dinners out, new clothes, or streaming subscriptions. By automating your savings, you remove the temptation entirely. A small portion of every paycheck can be set to automatically transfer to a dedicated savings account or even a high yield investment account. It doesn't matter if it's 50 or 500. The key is consistency. Over time, a good investment. These automated contributions accumulate, compounding into a significant sum. You'll be amazed at how quickly your savings grow when it becomes a habit rather than a conscious effort. And automation also eliminates the mental load of constantly remembering due dates and amounts. Late payments on bills, credit cards, or loans can lead to unnecessary fees and damage to your credit score. Investment. But by automating your bills, you ensure that your rent, utilities, insurance, and other recurring expenses are always covered. This creates predictability and reduces stress. Instead of worrying about, did I remember to pay the water bill? Or do I have enough to cover the electric bill? You can focus on more important things: investing, growing income, or enjoying life, while the system quietly manages your finances in the background. A less obvious benefit of automation is that it encourages a mindset shift. When money moves automatically into savings, it feels like it was never yours to spend in the first place. You learn to live on what remains, which often feels smaller than it actually is. This fosters discipline without forcing you to make daily sacrifices. Investment. You'll find that your spending habits naturally adjust because your money is being allocated before you have a chance to splurge. This is what financial experts call paying yourself first, and it's one of the simplest but most powerful principles of wealth building. Another way to automate your finances is to combine savings automation with debt repayment. For many Americans, credit card debt, student loans, or personal loans create stress and slow wealth accumulation. By automating debt payments, you ensure consistent progress without having to think about it every month. Some people even set up multiple automated transfers, one to cover minimum payments and another extra payment aimed at paying down principal faster. This method not only saves you money on interest, but also accelerates financial freedom. Over time, the sense of control and predictability automation provides reduces financial anxiety dramatically. In addition to savings and bills, automation can extend to investing. With modern financial apps, then you can set up automatic investments into diversified portfolios, retirement accounts, or even individual stocks. This approach eliminates emotional decision making, which is one of the biggest obstacles to successful investing. Instead of trying to time the market or reacting to news, your money steadily grows while you focus on living your life and increasing your income. It's important to note that automation isn't a set it and forget it process entirely. Initially, it requires a bit of setup and occasional monitoring to make sure the amounts align with your financial goals. Investment. But once in place, the system does the heavy lifting. It creates a financial structure that supports both short-term needs and long-term objectives. Over months and years, automated savings and bill payments become a cornerstone of financial stability, helping you weather unexpected expenses, take advantage of investment opportunities, and build a safety net that most people never achieve. And ultimately, the lesson here is simple. Automation removes friction, reduces mistakes, and enforces discipline without requiring constant self-control. By setting up automated savings, bill payments, and even investments, you free yourself from the daily struggle of managing money manually. You'll be surprised how quickly you can build wealth, lower stress, investment, and achieve financial goals simply by allowing technology and smart planning to do the work for you. In 2025, where convenience meets necessity, automation isn't just a tip, it's the foundation of financial success. Tracking every dollar you spend is arguably the single most important habit for financial control, yet it's one that many people overlook. Most Americans go through life with a vague sense of where their money goes. They know they spend too much on eating out or online shopping, but they don't have a clear picture of the total impact. Without precise tracking, it's impossible to identify problem areas or make intentional financial choices. When you take the time to monitor every expense, even the small ones, you gain awareness, a superpower in personal finance. Start by capturing every single transaction, no matter how insignificant it seems. That $2 coffee, the 7 convenience store snack, the 15 streaming service, all of it counts. You can track spending manually with a notebook, use spreadsheets for more structure, or leverage apps that automatically categorize purchases. Investing isn't as important as consistency. What matters is that you create a complete record of your financial behavior. Within just a month, patterns emerge. You may realize that what felt like minor expenses are actually costing hundreds of dollars over time. Awareness is the first step toward control, and control is the foundation of financial growth. Tracking every dollar also helps you set realistic budgets. Many people fail because they create budgets based on assumptions rather than facts. They estimate grocery bills, transportation costs, and discretionary spending only to find the numbers don't match reality. By monitoring actual spending, you gain precise data to allocate money effectively. You can see exactly how much goes to essentials, wants, and savings. This precision allows you to identify areas for adjustment without feeling deprived. It's not about cutting everything out. It's about aligning your spending with your priorities. Another critical benefit of tracking is that it exposes waste. It's common to have recurring payments for services you don't use, subscriptions you forgot about, or duplicate charges. Investment. When every dollar is accounted for, these leaks become obvious. You'll also start noticing spending triggers such as emotional shopping, social pressures, or impulsive purchases. Once identified, these triggers can be managed, reducing unnecessary spending. For example, you may realize you spend $50 every weekend on casual dining. Recognizing this allows you to make informed decisions. Investment, like cooking at home a few times a week without compromising enjoyment. Tracking also encourages accountability. When you see a complete record of your financial activity, it's harder to justify wasteful habits. At investment, your financial decisions become more deliberate, and you start asking questions like, do I really need this? Or is this purchase moving me closer to my goals? This awareness creates discipline organically, without relying on willpower alone. It's similar to tracking calories for fitness. When you know the numbers, your behavior adjusts naturally. Beyond budgeting, tracking every dollar helps with long-term planning. When you understand your spending patterns, you can forecast future expenses, plan for irregular costs, and prioritize savings goals. Emergency funds, retirement contributions, and investment strategies all benefit from precise data. Tracking also provides a sense of empowerment. Many people feel stressed about money because they perceive it as unpredictable or uncontrollable. When you monitor every dollar, uncertainty diminishes and confidence grows. You're no longer guessing about your finances, you're managing them intentionally. Modern technology makes tracking easier than ever. Financial apps can sync with bank accounts, categorize spending, and generate reports in real time. This automation reduces the burden of manual tracking while providing deeper insights. However, technology is only a tool. The commitment to review and understand your finances consistently is what drives results. Spending a few minutes each week reviewing your transactions allows you to spot trends, adjust budgets, and ensure money is being used strategically. Ultimately, tracking every dollar transforms your relationship with money. It shifts you from a reactive spender to a proactive planner. You no longer live paycheck to paycheck blindly. You make deliberate decisions that align with your financial goals. Over time, this habit builds discipline, reduces financial stress, and lays the groundwork for savings, investment, and wealth accumulation. In 2025, where expenses are rising and financial landscapes are unpredictable, understanding exactly where your money goes isn't optional. It's essential. Investment. When you commit to tracking every dollar, you gain clarity, accountability, and control. This habit is the foundation of all other financial strategies. Automation, budgeting frameworks, debt reduction, investment, and investing all become more effective because you know exactly how much money you have to work with and where it's going. By taking ownership of every dollar, you create a roadmap for financial success that's precise, actionable, and sustainable. The 50A 300-120 rule is one of the simplest yet most powerful frameworks for managing your money effectively. At its core, it's about dividing your after-tax income into three broad categories: 50% for necessities, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and debt repayment. This rule provides flexibility while instilling discipline, making it ideal for Americans in 2025 who are navigating rising living costs, inflation, and unpredictable expenses. The beauty of the 50-30-20 rule is that it's both structured and adaptable. It doesn't require complex calculations, expensive software, or financial expertise. It's a practical roadmap that anyone can follow. Let's start with the 50% allocation to necessities. This portion of your income covers essential expenses like rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, and insurance. These are the non-negotiable costs of living, and they form the foundation of financial stability. The key to success here is being realistic about what qualifies as a necessity. Often, people lump discretionary expenses into this category, which can sabotage the budget. Its necessities are things you truly cannot do without: housing, food, healthcare, and basic transportation. By limiting necessities to 50% of your income, you force yourself to find efficiency and value. For example, you might explore cheaper grocery alternatives, consolidate utility bills, or shop for insurance plans that provide the same coverage at a lower cost. This creates a strong financial base and ensures that essential needs are met without overspending. The next 30% goes toward wants, which include non-essential spending that enhances your lifestyle. This could be dining out, entertainment, vacations, hobbies, or subscriptions. The 30% allocation is crucial because it allows you to enjoy your income without guilt. Many budgets fail because they're overly restrictive, leaving people feeling deprived and eventually overspending. The 50-by-30 rule recognizes that life is meant to be enjoyed. By intentionally budgeting for wants, you can indulge responsibly while staying within your means. The challenge is to spend consciously. It's easy to let entertainment or shopping habits creep into the necessities category or eat into your savings. Investment. Tracking spending, as we discussed earlier, helps ensure that wants remain a separate, manageable portion of your budget. The final 20% is dedicated to savings and debt repayment. This is where wealth building begins. Savings can include contributions to an emergency fund, retirement accounts like a 401k or IRA, or other long-term investment vehicles. Debt repayment focuses on paying down high-interest credit cards, loans, or other obligations. Prioritizing this 20% is essential for financial freedom. Even if it feels small at first, consistent contributions compound over time, creating security and opportunity. In 2025, Americans face a higher cost of living and fluctuating interest rates, making disciplined savings and debt repayment more important than ever. Allocating a fixed portion ensures progress toward financial goals without relying on willpower or luck. One of the reasons the 50-by-$3.20 rule works so effectively is that it encourages intentionality in every dollar you earn. Instead of reacting to expenses as they appear, you proactively plan how to use your income. Investment. This mindset reduces financial stress and creates clarity. When you know exactly how much can go to necessities, how much can be spent on enjoyment, and how much must be saved or applied to debt, you eliminate uncertainty. You also start seeing patterns in your spending, which allows for adjustments. For example, if necessities consistently consume more than 50%, you need to reassess housing, transportation, or grocery spending. If wants are underutilized, you might allow yourself a little more enjoyment while maintaining your savings goals. Flexibility is another advantage. Life is dynamic, expenses, income, and priorities change over time. The 50-3-20 rule adapts to these changes. If your income increases, your allocations increase proportionally, helping you save more and maintain your lifestyle without stress. If your income decreases, the framework helps you make necessary adjustments without compromising your financial foundation. It's not a rigid formula, but a living guideline that balances discipline and flexibility. And finally, the 50-by-30 rule simplifies decision making. When faced with a new purchase or expense, you can quickly evaluate whether it fits into your necessities, wants, or savings category. This clarity reduces impulse spending and promotes smarter financial choices. It transforms budgeting from a burdensome chore into a strategic tool that supports both short-term satisfaction and long-term wealth. In summary, the 50-by-30-20 rule is more than just numbers. It's a mindset for financial control. By allocating 50% of income to necessities, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment, Americans can manage money intelligently in 2025's challenging economic environment. It encourages balance, prevents overspending, and ensures consistent progress toward financial goals. With consistency and conscious effort, this simple framework can become the backbone of financial freedom, helping you live well today while securing a prosperous tomorrow. In today's world, every dollar counts. Investment and leveraging cash-back rewards and discounts is one of the smartest ways to stretch your money further. Most Americans spend hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars each year without realizing that simple strategies could return a portion of that money directly to their pockets. This isn't about spending recklessly to earn rewards. It's about being strategic and intentional with money you're already planning to spend. When done correctly, These tactics create extra financial flexibility and can accelerate both savings and investment goals. Let's start with cash-back credit cards. A properly chosen cash-back card can give you anywhere from 1% to 5% back on everyday purchases like groceries, gas, and dining. That might not sound like much at first glance, but it adds up surprisingly quickly. For example, if you spend $500 a month on necessities and everyday expenses, even a modest 2% cash, back card returns $30 monthly or $360 annually. That's essentially free money for doing nothing more than paying for things you already need. Over time, this additional cash can be redirected towards savings, investments, or even debt repayment, amplifying your financial growth. Rewards programs are another layer of potential income. Many credit cards, grocery stores, and online retailers offer points for purchases that can be redeemed for gift cards, travel, or other benefits. While some people treat these programs casually, the key is to use them strategically. Choose programs aligned with your regular spending and make sure the rewards you're earning have real value to you. For instance, airline or hotel rewards can offset vacation costs, allowing you to enjoy experiences without impacting your budget. Similarly, points from grocery or retail programs can effectively reduce the cost of items you're already buying. The principle here is simple. Don't chase rewards for unnecessary spending, but capitalize on programs that return value on purchases you would make anyway. Discounts, coupons, and promo codes are a third tool in this strategy. With the rise of digital shopping, it's easier than ever to find legitimate ways to reduce costs. Many apps and browser extensions automatically apply coupon codes at checkout, saving money on everyday purchases. This practice requires minimal effort, but can generate meaningful savings over time. Combining discounts with cash back or reward programs compounds the effect. For instance, buying an item with a coupon while using a cash back card allows you to save money up front and get a percentage of the purchase returned, essentially maximizing every transaction. Another often overlooked aspect is subscription optimization. Many Americans pay for services they don't fully utilize. By reviewing subscriptions and using promotional offers or loyalty rewards, you can reduce costs or even get services for free. Some programs offer free trial periods, referral bonuses, or tiered rewards that make it advantageous to engage strategically. Being proactive and attentive to these opportunities is a simple yet highly effective way to reclaim money that might otherwise be wasted. Timing and planning also play critical roles. Certain purchases like electronics, clothing, or travel have seasonal discounts. Planning major expenses around sales events or leveraging credit card promotions can significantly increase the value you receive. For example, some cards offer double points during holiday seasons or specific months for categories like travel or groceries. By aligning spending with these promotions, you're effectively getting more for the same amount of money, maximizing financial efficiency. Importantly, leveraging cash back, rewards, and discounts requires discipline. It's easy to fall into the trap of overspending in pursuit of rewards. The fundamental rule is to use these tools to enhance your existing spending strategy, not as an excuse to spend beyond your means. Every transaction should still be intentional and within the framework of your budget. When used correctly, these small advantages compound over time, creating additional capital that can be saved or invested. Over the years, this approach can make a noticeable difference in your financial position without requiring a change in lifestyle. Finally, tracking the benefits of these strategies is essential. Keep a record of cash back earned, rewards redeemed, and discounts applied. This not only reinforces the value of your efforts, but also helps you make smarter decisions in the future. Over time, you'll develop a clear understanding of which programs, cards, and strategies yield the highest return on your spending, allowing you to optimize your financial approach continuously. In conclusion, leveraging cash back, rewards, and discounts is more than a clever trick. It's a disciplined, strategic method for increasing financial efficiency. By using these tools wisely, Americans in 2025 can reclaim money on purchases they already make, redirect those savings toward long-term goals, and strengthen their overall financial position. It's not about changing how you live. It's about making every dollar work harder for you. By combining awareness, strategy, and consistency, you can turn ordinary spending into a powerful wealth-building mechanism. Investment. In a world of rising costs and economic uncertainty, this approach isn't just smart, it's essential.